Mambo vipi? Welcome to another special episode of Budget Focus. This time round featuring the 2019 Nissan Dayz. Will you buy it for a budget of less than 1 million Kenya shillings? Let's find out. Here are the 8 reasons why you should or should not consider buying the Nissan Dayz. Number 1, price. The market right now of you buying any car in the Kenyan market space are a little bit skewed. And for that matter, any car that will set you back anything below 1 million Kenyan shillings looks like this one. Okay, so this particular car will set you back around 850 to 950,000 Kenya shillings, depending on where you buy it and how good or how bad the quality of that car is. This particular one will set you back 900,000 Kenya shillings if you choose to buy it through Auto Select by Conversation or from KDG Imports. Now, does that make value for money, considering that you can buy the small one, the Suzuki Alto, at 750k? Come on. 900 for this car makes it for a valid case on reason number 1 why you should consider buying the Nissan Dayz. Reason number 2 on why you should consider buying the Nissan Dayz, of course, looks. This market or this category here has a skewed view when it comes to looks. It's like people are just making flat design kind of cars, but here Mitsubishi stroke Nissan did a good job in terms of just creating a beautiful looking piece of art. Small curves there, even the headlights have curves in them. You know, the body wraps around the fenders, it goes all the way to the rear. And you know, we looked at the, how do we call this car, the tank, and here it was boxy, ilikuwa inakaa kama FJ Cruiser. This one has curves. Look at how it rolls all the way. Come on, it looks beautiful and nice. In fact, you even have lines across the doors running from the front all the way to the rear. The only place where they put something there is the rear. Inakaa kama tuk-tuk za Mombasa. What is this? Okay, there are still curves, but come on. But you get the vibe, eh? The looks are awesome. I tend to propose a fact that in this category, this car really looks nice. If you get it with the sporty body kit, come on, it looks very nice. Fab will put a picture of that car here and you guys can see this car looks pretty nice. And that's reason number 2 on why you should consider buying this car, even though they place this thing in a weird place. How do we put it here? It should be here. Nissan Mitsubishi. Why? Reason number 3 on why you should consider buying the Nissan Dayz is the car. I know you guys have looked at this badge and already some of you have already written off this particular car as a Nissan. Na mliambiwa Nissan too, so you guys are scared. Well, here is the good news. This is not actually a Nissan. This is a collaboration between Mitsubishi. I have to get that name right because you guys will always roast me in the comments. So it was a collaboration between Mitsubishi and Nissan. And by large extent, this is a Mitsubishi. It's called the EK Wagon. So Nissan took it and rebadged it into a Nissan Dayz. If you're buying this car, of course, I need you to know that so that you have peace of mind. Everything on this car is largely by extension Mitsubishi, okay? And you can get it in 3 trims. The first trim is the Nissan Dayz Basic, which is this one. The second one is the Nissan Dayz Highway Star, which is the premium one that looks sporty, and then we have one that is called the Nissan Dayz Bolt. Sasa hiyo imechanganya hizo vitu zote mbili. So that's how simple and functional the Nissan Dayz is. Reason number 4 on why you should buy the Nissan Dayz are features and functionalities. Now, features here, we have very simple features that are quite interesting if you want to consider them that way. Number 1 feature is you have start and stop. So hii gari hauwashi na mambo ingine, you press a button and it starts up. Yeah, right. It looks like a kawaida thing, but for a budget of 900,000 Kenya shillings, of course, that is something to pay attention to. Feature number 2, which is more interesting, is what is happening here. Now, you see, normally we are used to seeing buttons here. Now look at this. See that? The AC is touch. There's this weird looking panel here that is touch sensitive, which just makes this car nice. Okay? Simple, perfect. Nissan here and Mitsubishi, you nailed it. Number 2, the infotainment system here is also touch. So you can choose the music you want. Look at that, how simple that is. Even you have a TV. Feature number 3. I'm not yet done. You guys think I'm done. Let me turn this one off. Please. Nice. See here? You have auto start and stop. Kama uko kwa traffic and you want to save fuel, that will kick in. Number 2, you can actually adjust your headlights. Again, these are few things that you guys consider kawaida, but for this budget and this category, they're awesome. So it means you can lift the headlights up or lower them so that you get better visibility at night when you're driving. I'm not yet done before I talk about functionality. So feature 5, 6, 7, and 8 in that order, because you guys need to know about this. Look at this screen. So you have a digital cluster just in the middle of the odometer and the tachometer, right? Hapa katikati no mambo iko. Now, you have few things that are interesting. One of them is driver assist. Look at that. You have emergency brake, you have lane departure, uko na sonar warning. Sonar warning ni parking sensors za mbele na nyuma. Sonar ni jina tu mzuri wametumia. Sawa mzee? So let's go on. There are a few nicer things here. Of course, you have your eco mode settings, so you can view your history of driving, fuel economy and all that. Okay? So it can tell you, unaona the best shai work ni 29.4. I'll talk about fuel economy later on. Let's continue. The other thing that you get here is vehicle settings. You can do your own vehicle settings the way you want. Light sensitivity, hapa ndani, you know those things. These are all features that are coming under 1 million Kenya shillings. But the most important is maintenance. So ukikuja hapa kwa maintenance, unaona mambo iko hapo. So you can reset your oil, you can reset your oil filter, you can reset your tire. Hey, come on. Ukichange mpaka tire unaweza set. Come on, these guys did a lot. Okay? So for a small car, come on, having all those things should be able to tell you that this is a fantastic car. And something else that you can do is you can schedule a lot of things. Come, see, angalia. Niambie ni Mercedes gani iko na hiyo ama BMW. Unaweza schedule anniversary, happy birthday. Unawekelea ndani. You can do your wedding anniversary, you can schedule in your vehicle inspection, you can also schedule in your regular inspection. Like this car is a smart car, okay? It's a smart K car. It's meant to be used by people who are doing easy city moving, okay? Or a guy who has a small family, or he has a family and shopping is part of the most important element of their life. Now, talking about functionalities, because I've told you about the features. Kuja sasa tukae kwa hii gari. Now, the first functionality that we get, of course, is where to put your phone, functionality. Sawa. Unaweka simu hapa, iko na malazi mingi, mpatie simu yako bwana. I have here Mr. You see, I can put as many phones. In fact, where is another one? You have yours. You don't have. So you can put 3 phones. Number 1, functionality. Sawa. Functionality number 2 ni storage. Angalia, unaweza weka hapo mzigo ya kwanza. Chonjo. Hii ni mzigo ingine iko hapa. Unaweka hapa receipt ya pesa. Sawa. Tuko chonjo. Bado tujaendelea. Bado unaweza weka simu ingine hapa. So chukua hii. Weka hapo. Sawa mtu wangu? Which is very nice. Bado tujamaliza. Kuna hapa storage compartment hapa chini. Hii ni dustbin. Wale mnalianga gari ile dustbin, tumekuwekea dustbin hapo. Sawa? Kuna ingine hapa. Tuassume pia utaweka simu hapo. Kuna ingine chini ya kiti yangu. Let me open my door so that I can show you. So hapa chini ukibeba passenger anaweza weka. Nice. Kwa mzigo hapa. Wallet maximum 2 kgs. Interesting. Kuna ingine hapa. Nyinyi mnacheza nyinyi. This side was not play. Put your mambos up. Of course you have your door base there to put your bottles when you're driving this car. So in terms of functionality and space, because now we've talked about practicality, let's talk about the space. I like it because it's a tall car, so it means you get to feel nice space when you're sitting in this car. The only place I don't agree with them is walitengeneza hii gari ya watu wakonde wakasahau kuna watu wanono. So sasa hapa katikati tukikaa kama sisi wote tumekula fiti, hapa tuwezi toshea. Naona kama tumekula fiti kama Mluya kama Mudavadi wawili hapa, shida makosa. So that's where they lost it a little bit. Twende pale nyuma, I'll show you the functionality of what this car offers again, because whoever is buying this car, you're buying this car for two reasons. Reason number one ni online taxi hailing, the apps, that means Uber, a little cab, hizo zingine zote zenye nimetaja, sawa? Or number two, you know, you're doing it for your town movements or town errands. You have a small company that does small deliveries across the city. Spare parts, nini, maua za Valentine, you need a small car like this one. So, twende hapo nyuma. Here we are. One thing is they gave it an option where you can recline, but now just like the tank, you have to put your hands up so that you recline. But once you do that, this car is spacious. It's very roomy. Again, hapa nyuma you cannot fit huge people. Two huge people, no. But two thin ones like me, we are good. Okay? Plus, if you're doing taxi, I don't know whether you'll be carrying more than two people. Maybe utakuwa unabeba mmoja hapa na mwingine pale. Unless ni mabeshte na wamesota na wameamua kuitana wote watatu waingie kwa hii gari watafinyana. But that will be their problems, okay? But for those guys who ask to hail for one passenger, I think this will be ideal. Or two people, this will be ideal. Hapo mbele na hapa nyuma. Perfect. Kama unafanya shopping yako, ama unafanya town movements na errands zako, it's a perfect car. Let's look at practicality, because from here you can see there is none. There is none. And on functionalities, I know when you looked at him from that point, you thought hii ndo gari nafaa wapatie DCI. Hakuna space ya kuweka utu. You understand? But here is the magic. And this is one thing that I love about innovation and manufacturers that think outside the box. So, you know, you can recline this seat, so you can put it slightly up like that. But now, look at this. They have another button here. Hapa katikati. Hii ni knob, see button. You pull that one up, and then you push this seat. See that? Now, I have practical space that I can fit a suitcase. Interesting. As if that is not enough, I can also do that. Tell me, walikudharau. Which is quite interesting, but it doesn't stop there. It still gets interesting. Now, look. Underneath here, you still have some space. Okay? So I can remove that, and I can also remove that. Na unaweza ficha kama mzigo wengine hapa. Unaona? Which is very nice and convenient for a budget of 900,000 Kenya shillings. I know in this category you're not getting a lot of practical cars unless you decide to go local used and get something bigger. If you went with 900 and bought something like a C-Class W204, 204 unapata kweli? Pana, 203. Uko sawa. You'll have a lot of practical boot space. Ama ununue RAV4 yenye tumereview on Tuesday. You're still good, right? But this is one interesting element of you buying this particular car for a budget of 900,000 Kenya shillings. Reason number 5 on why you should consider buying the Nissan Dayz. Of course, it is the engine. So what you get here is a 3-cylinder paired to a CVT. And the good thing about this engine is it will give you fuel economy of anything between 25 to 30 kilometers per liter. That is for a non-turbo version, because this engine comes with two configurations, either a turbocharged version or an non-turbo. The capacity here is 659. Tunaweza truncate to 660, okay, cc of engine displacement. And so the turbo one will give you anything between 20 to 25 kilometers per liter, okay? So that's one reason why you should actually buy this car, because those kind of fuel economy numbers, unaweka hapa lita moja unapiga 25 kilometers, to assume unaishi Syokimau, unataka kuingia town, kufanya shopping yako na urudi, unaweka hapo lita moja, ukiweka hapo 500 lita mbili na kitu, okay? Unaingia tao, unarudi paka Syokimau, na bado uko na mafuta imebaki ka change. That's what you get when you buy this car. Reason number why I should consider against its competition. Okay, in this class, I believe there are cars that have been built slightly better in the interior. Hii ina feel kama kidogo walitunyima. Okay, I love the way the tank looked, even though it's slightly above 1 mic. But again, the build quality in this, kuna plastic mingi sana kila mahali. Hapa tuko na bench, even though uko na isofix, but still hii bench wangetupatia kitu kingine. I don't know, I just feel the quality here is not the best. Overall, it's still an awesome and beautiful car. The second reason why you should not buy the Nissan Dayz is of course power. Sasa aka ka engine kenya kana turbo kana kupatia horsepower safi baridi imetulia 48 48 safi yenyewe. Okay. Najua mmekasirika. 48 ati hata nduthi na shida. Hii sasa hata skuta na shida. 48. But wacha niwafurahishe zaidi. Ukinunua kale kako na turbo charger sasa. Ako kama sukwa vizuri, kako na body kit poa. Na nimekuambia hii by the way imekuja na alloys So this one haina rims za mabati. So you need to know that this is a very fantastic one But ukinunua kale kako na turbo charger kana ka fiti. Tuseme kale unanunua the highway star. Kako na turbo charger kako fiti. Kana kupatia horsepower safi zenyewe zenye zimetulia tena. Jua hiyo 48 wanaongeza tu mbao 68. Hapo umetuana na watu nduasi. So that's reason number 2 on why this car doesn't become an ideal car for people who want to race and enjoy spirited driving, right? But again, as I said earlier, maybe whoever is buying this car, those are not the essentials that they're looking for. Okay, huyu ni mtu tuseme tu, let me just put it in a very nice way. Whoever is buying this car, the only difference with this car with a go-kart is this one has a roof. Okay, the same functionality applies. You want something to move you from point A to B, buy things, carry things, go to, you get the point Watu wa Uber tu peke yao ndo wanaumia, but there you get it. In fact, kama unapanda kubeba kwa hii gari na mtu wa Uber, the downside is unaweza fika kesho. Kwa sababu 0 to 100 ni one day. 0 to 100 one day. Sawa majamaa, welcome to Nissan Dayz. Nimeweka tu hapa settings za tire angle guide, meaning naweza ona mahali tire zako, which is, I don't know what they are doing with this car. It has so many stupid useless features, but again, that's what you get. I can also see my range. Sahi mafuta iko wapi? Kako almost half tank anipatia 218 kilometers. Tanki yake kitu only kanajaa na 30 liters. So hiyo ni 15 liters. 15 liters nakupatia range ya 218, which is very nice. Twende kazi? We go. Feedback. Fabian, against the tank. Why are you sitting?
Funny enough, this is spacious on the tank.
Spacious? Me I disagree. In which way? Mina feel kwenda juu ni the same. No, even side.
No, like baadaye kwenda juu.
Kwenda juu
ni the same.
Yes, but
nasema hivi.
Hivi bwana, mimi naona ni kama tank ilikuwa piga.
Unataka kusema nimesahau?
Oh, umesahau. No. So you feel it's bigger?
Yes.
What else do you like about it?
Kitu tuja mention sound system.
Sound system? Yeah, kamuzika na chunda kwa speakers mbele weke yake. Sikia, kwa nikafungulia turbo mbaya sana. Haya, twende kazi. Kana hema mbaya sana. CVT na wide. Twende kazi Flaco. What are your thoughts, bro?
Ni spacious kama tutanga. The only thing yenye mimi na lean kwanza.
Yes. The tank.
Tank iko a bit more comfortable hapa nyuma.
Agreed.
Hii tuko na bench. Sitting bench.
But sasa hii pia ni 660, tank ilikuwa 1000 cc. Wacha niwapatie mali gari tashai. Tank kuna vitu huwezi fanya nayo. Nataka nikagarukiwa uni, nyinyi mmetoka huko juzi, baba yenu kama alikuwa na pesa, nikawashikia aka. Ama nikamrembo kaenda shule first year, second year. Hii ni gari unafika uni, unaichukua neka ndani ya bag, ama backpack unaingia ndani ya chuo. Ukitoka jioni, unarudisha nje unaishia nayo. Fuel economy ya kuwekea tank kwa hii gari, hiyo ni wiki 2 ya kwenda shule na kurudi. You get? So it's a fantastic value for money cake. Mr. Fabian, out of 10, give me your points.
10.
Yes.
5.
5.
Yes.
Guy. Wewe mzee?
5.
5. Ni amko serious na
mimi honestly mimi naipea tu slightly above the tank, 7.5, bordering 8.
Even me, I'll give it an 8 for what this guy is supposed to do. Ukiangalia against the tank, points zenye ziko against kwa hii ni lesser than zile za tank. Yes. So this one, of course, if you buy it for the purpose that it's supposed to do, it's a fantastic car. If you buy it for different purposes, hata kupata 3 itakuwa imejaribu. Forget. So can we call it quits?
Yeah.
So don't find the value for money so that we just confirm exactly how does this car translate down to paper and functionality. Na mtuambie ni gari gani next mnataka kuwatch after this.
Overall, the good outweighs the bad, because there are only 2 reasons why you should not actually buy this car. And those 2 reasons are subjective. Some of them will not really apply for people who are looking for the car of this budget. When nimemaliza tu hii gari yaweza nena look distance. You don't buy this car to go with it ingo. No, you don't. Hakakata chemuka. Unless unaenda kilomita 100 unasimama kanatulia. 100 unasimama kanatulia. 100. Sasa kama kilomita ni 400 utakuwa unasimama mara 5, mara 4. You get the point. But overall, if you are a guy looking for the functionality that this car offers, taxi hailing, it has a bit of looks, it gives you epic fuel economy. It's functional. It has some few features hidden here and there. And in fact, this is the basic one. If you go the Highway Star or you go the Bolt version, it has extra features. Hizo buttons zote umeona hapo hazina links. Hizo zinaitwa poverty spec. So hii ni poverty spec, but you get one that has extras. Of course, it'll set you back maybe slightly above 900, but you'll get a bit of more features on this car, which to me makes a lot of sense. The pros are 6 against 2 that are the cons. That means the verdict is clear. This car is absolutely value for money for a budget of anything between 800 and 900,000 Kenyan shillings. Okay? If you're looking for a shopping basket, you're looking for a go-kart that can act as a shopping basket with fuel economy of 30 kilometers per liter, you're looking for a taxi hailing up car that can help you make money. Okay? When kijana mdogo na hustle, the economy is tough right now. So you need something to make you money. Then this is the absolute choice for you. Ibrahim Toloi, see you on Sunday for another exciting episode of Kanisa.